Welcome to Red VTV, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2025 season. And with 15 days to go until the start of Saints' 2025 Betfred Super League campaign, it can only mean one thing, Kevin.
It's time for our number 15. And our number 15 this year is James Bell. And James is sponsored by iLife Travel. iLife Travel, specialising in worldwide holidays and travel, providing a first class personal travel experience where they can make the destination of your dreams become an affordable reality with their competitive prices. All of their holidays are fully ABTA and ATOL protected.
Came in handy when there was,
Important that the ABTA and ATOL bits.
yes, when things go wrong, you want the help.
Yes. And Kath over at iLife Travel, if you put through her, will only be too glad to assist.
Excellent stuff. And she's got a cracker of a player as well in James Bell.
She has indeed.
I wonder
She
whether there
has.
was any sort of thinking there.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's got to be the link there, hasn't there? Sponsoring James. And yeah, and as you say, she's got a great player there as well. Someone who I'm on record as saying I prefer him coming off the bench just because he keeps that intensity up when he comes off the bench. And I'm not sure, especially last season, and it might be unfair because I don't think everyone kind of had quite the energy and intensity we'd expect last season. But when he starts, he still does a great job. Don't get me wrong, I'm not criticising him at all. But I think when you see him in tandem with Morgan, and he can come on and keep that energy and keep things tight in the middle, looks like a good pair of hands in the middle, slightly different to what Morgan brings. That's just the role that I prefer from him.
Yeah, and I think you've summed it up there with intensity. And I think when the energy levels are starting to drop after 20 odd minutes, he comes on, and not only does he make an impact himself, it lifts the levels of everybody else on the field as well.
Yeah, absolutely right. Um, you can just see like him coming on and putting a couple of big hits in, or just a good defensive effort, and it will drag players back up with them. So where they might just be feeling that little bit of, we might have had a tough opening 20, 25 minutes, as you say, he just brings that enthusiasm onto the field. As I just said, he's got a great pair of hands as well. So it's not all about that defensive effort. It's about going up, meeting the line, being another pivot on the pitch. I think when we did actually sign him, I think it's just proved to be how astute we were getting hold of him, because there's an awful lot of people who love this fella, as was seen not last season, the season before, when he won Player of the Year, didn't he? And rightly so, because he had an absolute wow of a season.
Turns 31 in May. Contract is up at the end of 2025. He's a player you'd be looking to retain.
I think so. I think you need the balance. I think we're on record of saying this a lot. You need the balance of bringing your young kids through, but having those experienced heads around them. Sorry. So having James Bell, who kind of sets an example around those younger forwards, I think is vital. And he is someone, obviously, you've got to look at what he wants and how long of a contract he wants and whether it fits in with the club as well. But if you were saying just on kind of a high level view of it, you'd be thinking James is a shoe in for a new deal.
Is there much more to say about this man? Except he tackles like he doesn't care about his own self-preservation.
Yeah, he's another one of those, isn't he? I just think that obviously we speak about our quarter players and how they've got to be in the 17 every week. He's one of them that you're expecting to be in the 17 every week, isn't he? So it says the loose forward or back row. I'm not as he's one of them players who does a great job at back row, but I think you might lose a little bit when he's not playing at 13. But he is one of those quarter players that makes a difference. He's not one that you ever question. and he's a thoroughly nice man, as we saw at our forum that we had
He is.
last season. He's a proper nice fella.
I think the benefits of being able to put him into loose as well. It does allow you or give you the option if you need to give Morgs a spell at prop for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly right. Where you might not want to put your forwards through, and hopefully we can do this without props, not put them through a whole lot of work and share that workload round. You can do that if we are light on props again, and you need Morgs to start at 8. You can play Belver, and you're not, as I say, I prefer him off the bench, but you're not losing very much by starting him. He's a good player for us, and I think quite a few. He's a fan's favourite. That's how I'll end it. He's a fan's favourite, rightly so.
Fans' favourite, housewives' favourite, Kev's favourite. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And with a fortnight to go tomorrow, we will keep going.
Yeah, number 14.